Trainer Brendan Walsh wasn't sure if his star Maxfield would be ready for the first Saturday in May after a chip left him out of the Breeders' Cup Juvenile. But a Kentucky Derby in September gives him a whole new perspective. The undefeated Maxfield is expected to make his sophomore debut in Saturday's Winn Stakes. We spoke with Walsh about how the colt has been performing and what the game plan will be looking towards September.
We had a good bit of work into him down in Florida. Then this whole thing hit in and you know, we knew we were going to get delayed with running, so we kind of gave him about 3 weeks without working him. But then he's had a great run of work since. Jose worked him out of the gate 2 works back, which was very good. I was delighted that he was able to get a feel of him after, you know, he hadn't been on him since last year. So he was really pleased with what he saw. And you know, we've been able to do pretty much everything that we wanted to do with him. So, you know, he's about as ready as we can have him off the bench, I believe. I hope we see what he's been showing me in his work, and that, you know, all of last year was really a bonus. We always were going to look forward to his 3 and hopefully his 4-year-old year, because he was always a horse was going to get better with some more physical maturity. So from what he's shown me on the work, I'd just like to see some confirmation and see that he has advanced. You know, he obviously, like most of my horses will do, he'll improve further run, but like I said, he's about as ready as we can get him off of the layoff. So, you know, last year, before we ever ran him, I never thought he was a particularly slow gait horse, but in his 2 races he tended to break a little slow. You know, he broke really good the day Jose worked him here, so maybe he'd break a little quicker. We're not going to force him to do anything, but maybe he will, and it'll just make life a little easier on him. But he's a very easy horse to ride. You know, he can rate, he can do whatever he needs to do. So, you know, I'll leave it with Jose, I think. It's nice to get a run into him over a track that we know he likes, and hopefully we'll have another race for him in September on that track as well. I think every bit of time this horse gets, I think the better for him. We could possibly have made the Derby in May, but we might have had to do it in a slightly unorthodox way. And then, of course, you're going to be a little concerned if you're doing the right thing by the horse. But at least with this, we've been able to give him as much time as we needed, and it's worked to our advantage for sure. It definitely didn't disadvantage us. So, you know, hopefully we'll get a good run and he comes out of it good, and we'll go on to the next one.